Hey everybody, Houndoomed here, coming at you once again with another episode of Pokemon Black 2. On the last episode, we explored Route 16 as well as the Lost Lawn Forest, and we had the opportunity to get some pretty overpowered Pokemon. On this episode, we're going to be going to the Desert Resort and covering it fully. However, I've already covered some of the Pokemon you can find, as I did go and catch myself a Pokemon in the exterior of the Desert Resort. We're going to be covering it fully, as well as the Relic Castle, so don't worry. Yeah, so head back through Join Avenue and head our way to the Desert Resort. So, this is a good place to do some training before the gym, because the gym is quite difficult, I will point out. So yeah. Oh, hello. What do we have here? A Sandshrew! A new Pokemon in Black 2 and White 2. Pretty good Pokemon as well. Alright, so let's get away and move on here. Here we go. Okay. So, just before I do anything, there is a nurse here who you can fight. He's itching for a Pokemon battle. Well, I will scratch that itch by pretty much taking you out. There's a Cleffer. Bleh. So obviously these levels are substantially lower than what we've been fighting in the last episode, but do bear in mind that you can come here before going to Nimbusser, so yeah. Magical Leaf? Why bother? Well, I guess I didn't do too badly, but I know it only did 4 damage, but for a non-stab attack against a Magby that has pretty good Spec D from a Cleffer, it wasn't too bad. Okay, let's get you all fixed up. Just leave it up to me. Well, I will. Thank you. Be careful of sandstorms as you explore the Desert Resort. I will, don't worry. Alright, so there are I think two new Pokemon you can find here. As well as the ones on the outside of the Desert Resort, but I already covered those in part 11, I think it was 11. But anyway, so Pokemon reviews coming at you right now. One of the new Pokemon you can find in the Desert Resort is Trapinch. Trapinch is a ground type and can have the abilities either Hyper Gutter or Arena Trap, with Sheer Force as a hidden ability. Can be found in the Desert Resort as well as the Reversal Mountain in Black 2 and White 2. And in Black and White 1 it can only be found in the White Forest, White 1 only. When looking at its stats, you can see that it's one of the slowest Pokemon in existence, only beaten to the slowest by Munchlax. The rest of its stats are fairly mediocre, apart from its physical attack, which is very, very high for an unevolved Pokemon. At level 35, it will evolve into Vibrava, at which point it will pick up a ground subtype, oddly, because it looks more like a bug type. As a Vibrava, it can be found at the Reversal Mountain, which I do recommend you picking up if you wish to pick up a Trapinch to get a Flygon later on. I wouldn't get it at the Desert Resort right now. I would wait until the Reversal Mountain, because having to train a Trapinch and then a Vibrava is painful. Vibrava, as you can see from its stat arrangement, is a disgraceful Pokemon, has very low stats, and is like, it doesn't really have any good stats at all. But at level 45 it will evolve into Flygon, everybody's favourite dragon type from Hoenn, and it has very balanced stats all across the board, looking fairly similar to Vibrava, but with all of its stats increasing by 30 points. So it will have fairly decent defences, especially since it's only got 2 weaknesses, and then usable special attack as well as pretty good physical attack and speed. Flygon also has a pretty good move pool. It can attain very good coverage, especially with its stab moves actually. Its stab moves are basically unresisted apart from Levitate Bronzong, which obviously is fairly easy to deal with, since I think Flygon can learn Fire Punch, which is pretty good. But yeah, Flygon is a great Pokemon. It's not the best dragon type in the world because its stats, while good, aren't amazing, but Flygon is a great Pokemon and is well worth using. Yeah, I would give Flygon about 3.5 stars. The other new Pokemon you can find in the Desert Resort is Sigilif. Sigilif is the Psychic Flying type and can have the abilities either Wonder Skin or Magic Guard, with Tinted Lens as a hidden ability. Magic Guard is definitely the best of the three there. Can only be found in the Desert Resort in all 4 games and has no evolutions. But when considering Sigilif, it has a pretty good stat arrangement with decent enough defences. They're not incredible, but they're pretty good. With decent enough speed and pretty good special attack as well. Sigilif also learns a wide array of moves, learning some interesting ones as well, such as Ice Beam and Flash Cannon, as well as Heat Wave through a move tutor. Can also learn moves such as the obligatory Psychic and Air Slash, as well as good old Calm Mind as well, and can also be used as a Fly Slave if you wish to have that. All in all, Sigilif is a fantastic Pokemon. It's much better in Black and White 1, where it doesn't really have to compete with many other Psychic types, because quite frankly Sigilif is the best of the best. In Black and White 1, Sigilif gets 4.5 stars. In Black and White 2, it does have to compete a lot more with Swoobat, and as well as Espeon. And yeah, Sigilif has much more competition. It's still good, but it's not amazing, especially when you compare it to something like Espeon. But yeah, Sigilif is a great Pokemon. Black and White 1, it will get 4.5 stars. In Black and White 2, I would give it about 3.5 stars. Okay, so let's move on. Ignite's up front, that's fine. Krusty Krab will get a special 50% special defense bonus while he's around. So let's give it a go. Let's see if we can find the Pokemon I'm looking for. It's not you. Certainly not you. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can find. Obviously, it's one of the 2 new Pokemon you can find here. I'm not going to reveal which one until we find it, though. Oh, still not you, though. Sandile. Although, again, Sandile is a pretty good Pokemon to pick up. This one's got Moxie. Pretty good. Let's look for one more, and then we'll do some battles. What do we get? What do we get? A Sandile again. Nope, definitely not you. Alright, so I won't put any repels up, sorry. And we'll look for it. See what we can find. Okay, so let's go take this guy on. What do you got? What do you got? I will show you the harshness of the desert through a battle. Alright. Go for it. Try and intimidate me, Jaden. Oh, a diary marker. This isn't good. I think Feint Attack will do more to that thing, but you need some more coverage moves, Ignite. You're struggling against anything that's a fire type. Ow! That hurt a lot. That hustle, man. Oh, there we go. That's fine. I'm not losing you, Ignite. There's a hot mouth, dry. Not going to try that last noise. Be careful of burns. Thank you very much. If a Pokemon gets a burn, it also weakens physical attacks. Not to my Conkeldurr, it doesn't. This works quite well. I guess it could. Okay, so there's some Stardust here. Not exactly sure how we found that in all of this sand, but hey. Okay, so we may as well heal. She's just here. May as well utilise her abilities. So let's move on. Let's see what else we can find. What do we find here? You again? Didn't I already run from you? Like, a while back? And I ran from all your cousins as well. Come on, get me out of here. Okay, so there's a green shard here. Useful much later on. You would think there's a hidden item here, but there isn't. There is a hidden item a bit later on. So I'm kind of going in a circle right now, but it doesn't matter. Oh, hello. What do you have to say for yourself? If you want to know what I've got in my backpack, why don't you try to beat me? Well, I actually do know what you've got in your backpack, because I remember the recordings I was doing before, but... Oh, a Dwebble. Okay. Oh, actually, it's got Smackdown. Ugh. You're not doing well here, Ignite, are you? Alright, let's just go for Flame Burst. It's not going to do as much as I hope, because... Oh, well, that didn't do too badly. Don't miss, and you don't have to take a Smackdown to the face. There we go. Well done, Ignite. Whoa! I'm going to be buried. Well, don't stand there then. My backpack is full of sand from the desert. It's my job to dig out Relic Castle before it gets completely buried. Well, it's pretty buried at the moment, I'd have to say. You'll see it in just a sec. A desert is like one giant sandbox, right? So come on, let's let our Pokemon play. I think it's a little more serious than just a sandbox, but whatever. Tammy, with her drill burr. This is fine. You're happy to take this thing out, Ignite. Provided it doesn't have Dig, of course. Not sure what level it gets it, but... Meh. It's obvious this... Haha! It's obvious this thing doesn't have, Oh yeah, 5 times, of course. It's obvious this one doesn't have Sand Rush. But anyway, one hit KO, technically. Since this is for play, whoever has the most fun is the winner. Well, that will make you the winner then, since all I had to bat was your drill bow, who doesn't really do much. Alright, so there's a Max Ether right here. Always useful. And right here is a Firestone. So if you've got a Growlithe or a a Pansear, you can evolve them into their respective evolutions. Arcanine or Arcanine, I think it's Arcanine. Or Simisear. I got that the wrong way around both times. Anyway, so there's a red shard right there, which is always useful, particularly for the next town. Let's set the Dowsing Machine up. Why the heck not? If I missed anything over here. Oh, hello. They went on and off very quickly. We have a blue shard right here. Useful later on. Oh, hello. She didn't even see me. Oh, hello. Okay, so what do you have on your team, Clara? A Sandshrew. Cool. Sandshrew looks so much different in this generation, and I really don't know why. Like, there are some Pokemon which have drastically changed throughout, since they're, since they were introduced. Obviously, I don't mean from like Gold and Silver to Ruby and Sapphire, because that was a pretty obvious change. But I'm talking like Pokemon like Zigzagoon. Like, it looked, pretty much the same until Gen 5, when it just changed completely. Looks completely different now. So the star piece there, useful if you come here like just before going to Anvil Town. What do we got? A Trapinch! This is one of the new Pokemon. Am I going to be catching it? And am I going to be catching it? Is this what I'm going to be using on my team? No. No, it's not. I'm looking for the other Pokemon. Sigilif! That is the Pokemon I am looking for. And I want to add it to my team. Scorching Desert, a passion for adventure, and a heated battle. Do I have to presume that you have a fire type? Anja. A Magby, of course. Saw that one coming. Alright. Let's just faint attack this thing to death. Come on, Ignite, you're stronger than that thing. Wow, that really didn't do anything. It's only a 4 level difference. Alright, down it goes, up to level 28 as well. Hot, 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 hot! Well, go away from the desert then. Speed is crucial to treat a burn. Another strawberry, I mean a raspberry, sorry. Whether it's hot or cold, there is no problem if you have passion. Alright, well. Can you hear the passion in my voice, can you? Can you? I didn't think so. Anyway, so Yeah, there's a yellow shard right here. You can find another set of shards hidden, like dotted around. You're the second person to come clear out here to talk to me. First person, of course, being you in Black and White 1. I'm so moved, so I'll give you this. Gee, soft sand, I wonder where you found this. If a Pokemon holds this soft sand, the power of its ground type moves goes up. How useful, especially since we got that Dig TM. Right here is a Super Repel, always useful as well. Oh, hello. I will use my supernatural powers to help my Pokemon. Okay. What are you going to be doing for them? Tommy. It's got a Woobat. Woobat. That's fine. This is a fine matchup. Alright, Woobat. You're going down. Wow, I outspeed a Woobat? Are you serious? Krusty Krab, you beast! And a Yamask. I'll stay with Krusty Krab. Don't have Faint Attack anymore, which kind of sucks, but doesn't matter. Let's just go for the Smackdown. Does that trigger Mummy? No, it doesn't. Alright, so if you attack this thing physically, well, not physically, but a move that makes contact, your ability will be negated and it will change into Mummy. And that's all that Mummy does. It just changes the ability of the Pokemon you're fighting, provided they attack you with a contact move. And obviously contact moves are fairly obvious to like assume what they are. There are some special moves that aren't contact moves though, such as, well, I know Petal Dance is one, and then some physical moves don't make contact, like Stone Edge. Alright, so there's a ground gem right there, kind of useful if you've got a Pokemon with Earthquake, which is useful. Well, you won't have Earthquake right now, but you might have. You obviously would have Dig. Anyway, there's a Heart Scale right there. I will check out the Relic Castle in just a second. Whoop, there we go. There's another red shard right here. What do you have to say for yourself? I'm wandering the world, trying to find a place where I belong. How about you? Trying to become the Pokemon League champion. That's my goal. Alright, Walt, what do you have? A Sandile. I bet this thing has got Intimidate. Does it not? Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Stupid Sandstorm? Of course it does. Yep, of course. Alright, well, regardless, it's just Bug Bite. Wow, outshooting that thing as well. Wow, you even take it out with the Intimidate. I lost. So this isn't where I belong either. Poor guy. Alright, what am I missing? I fought you, didn't I? Yes, I did. I feel like I'm missing someone. Just kind of going around in circles. I fought you. Did I fight you? Oh, a Sea of Sand. I don't need Go Goggles here. The Mirage Tower in a desert of the Hoenn region has disappeared. Universe Desert is also swallowing up the Relic Castle little by little. So he's from Hoenn. That's kind of cool. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, I think you give a Funfest mission, don't you? An expansive desert and a castle buried in sand. There's no doubt about it. Treasure is here. It's been a year since the day my internal treasure detector went off, but I still haven't found any yet. I'm still following my dream though, and I'm having so much fun I can barely stand it. Get rich quick. Spending each day living my dream. Is that my treasure? Maybe it is, although thinking about it, I think I'd probably prefer to actually have some treasure. Some physical treasure. You're strong, aren't you? It's kind of tough when you know that before you even start to fight. What, because you know that you're going to get absolutely pulverized? Wow, you have the perfect name for a psychic. Future, that is just awesome. Alright, so she has a Munna. A Pokemon we haven't seen before, and won't see until after we've beaten the game. But it is a Psychic type, and is fairly bulky at that. But take it down with your best Dark or Dark Bug or Ghost type moves, and you'll be fine. One final item, a Nugget. I'd hold on to your nuggets and such until after you've beaten the game and got onto Osiris or Isurus or Icarus or whatever the hell it is, city, where you can actually get double your cash for it, which is kind of nice. So let's head into the Relic Castle. Let's see what we can find. There is one new Pokemon you can find here, and I'm going to cover that just before I do anything. Actually, no. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'll do? I will explore here. I think this guy fights. No, he doesn't. So yeah, that's good advice. But I will explore this place, and then I will do the Pokemon review of the one Pokemon you can new Pokemon you can find here, as well as during that time I will look for that Sigilif. Alright, so unfortunately the girl, whatever, I don't remember who it was, I think it was a girl, doesn't give you a fossil anymore. She isn't here. My Psychic type Pokemon just started making noises. Is that because we're in the ruins, or is it because of you? Good. So you can't get to a Tuga or Arken until after you've beaten the game, which kind of sucks, really. Ooh, be careful of this guy. He has a Sigilif. The big bad Sigilif. This thing is a powerhouse. Damn. Don't knock me out, don't knock me out. Wow, that did a lot. Although granted, I do have oh, Jesus, that's going to knock me out. I do have a negative nature in special defense, but whatever. Well, I'm pretty much like screwed against the thing unless Magby can outspeed. Let's go for Flame Burst. Oh, nice. Outspeeding, what a pro. Bye, Sigilif. Nice amount of experience. So, Strong! Who are you? Well, I'm sure I know who you are because you're Perry, aren't you? Since I just found out your name. I'm going to leave Krusty Krab fainted. Let's put Krusty Krab up to the front. No, Conker up to the front. Hello, hello. Just being here fills me with magical power. Well, how interesting for you. Dua. She has a Gothita on her team. Level 23. It's fine. Not sure if I outspeed that thing. Probably do, I would assume. Yep. Just Payback won't do as much as I'd hoped. Sometimes I wish Payback had -1 priority. But looks like I took it out regardless. You seem to be full of magical power too. No, I'm just full of Payback. Okay, so here is your main prize for this place. TM39 Rock Tomb. Very useful against the Emolgas that you'll find in the gym. Is this the new Pokemon? Is this the new Pokemon? Yes, it is! It is Yamask. The first ghost type you can encounter. It's okay. It's not that great, but it's nothing compared to the other, well, one of the other ghost types you can find, which is, of course, Chandelure. Okay, so I accidentally ran on that and you get sucked in. You're fine if you just walk over it, though. If you go in the middle, you fall straight down as well. Alright, so there's a heart scale right there, just where you drop. And one final battle. Hello, hello. When I am here, I feel like I might be crushed by sorrow. You there! Let's have a bout. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Low. He has a Solosis. Now this thing might look all kind of cute and not very fluffy, but do not underestimate this thing. I don't think this... I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't have Psyshock at this point, so I wouldn't know what kind of moves it has. But, my god, does that thing have a high special attack stat. It is insane. It is base 105, I think, which is huge for an unevolved Pokemon, so be very careful with it. Alright, so, yeah, let's just head out. So I'm gonna cover that one new Pokemon that we can find in the Relic Castle, and just off screen I will try and find myself a Sigilif. So, I'll be back in a sec. Pokemon review coming at you right now. The new Pokemon you can find in the Relic Castle is Yamask. Yamask is a ghost type and can have the ability Mummy. Can only be found in the Relic Castle in all 4 games. When considering Yamask, it has a decent stat arrangement with very good defensive stats. Its HP does let it down though, and has relatively good special attack. Is kind of slow though. At level 34 it will evolve into Cofagrigus, which can be found at the Relic Castle in Black and White 1 only. To get one in Black and White 2 you're going to have to evolve Yamask. When considering Cofagrigus, its defenses increase a lot more, becoming a very, very bulky Pokemon. However, it has a very similar build to Dust Noir in that it has very, very good defensive stats but an incredibly low HP stat, so it doesn't take hits as well as you'd like it to. It's still pretty good because it's got very good mixed defending stats, but not as great as you would want them to be, especially when you compare them to something like Umbreon. However, Cofagrigus also has a very good special attack stat with base 95, which is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Cofagrigus is a pretty good Pokemon. Unfortunately, it only gets Nasty Plot through an egg move, or else it would be really good to use, because it could certainly take a hit and then Nasty Plot up, and then I think it can learn Trick Room, I think. Otherwise you could just teach it to another Pokemon. But Cofagrigus is a great Pokemon. It does have to compete with Chandelure for space as a ghost type, because Chandelure has equally decent defensive stats. They're not quite as high as Cofagrigus is, but it has much higher special attack and is much faster. And as well as that, it also gets much better coverage moves, because Cofagrigus does not learn Focus Blast, which is a problem for it because it then struggles for coverage. But Cofagrigus is a good Pokemon. It's not the best, but it's a good ghost type. I would give it around about 3 stars. One of the new Pokemon you can get in the Relic Castle in Black and White 1 only is Turtuga. Turtuga is a water rock type and can have the abilities either Sturdy or Solid Rock with Swift Swim as a hidden ability. It must be found by reviving the cover fossil, which you can obtain from a backpacker in the Relic Castle. In Black and White 2 though, you are not able to get a Turtuga until the after game, which is when you revive the cover fossil, which you receive in Nacrene City from Lenora. So this review will basically just be for Black and White 1 only, but I may as well just do this now. When considering Turtuga, Turtuga has a very, very, very high physical defense stat for an unevolved Pokemon. Fairly low HP though, but also has pretty good physical attack as well. Is dismally slow though, but it has a very typical build for a rock type. And also has the added bonus of being a water type, which is pretty good for it. At level 37 it will evolve into Caracosta, which gets a nice juice into its stats, gaining very, very high physical defense, with pretty good physical attack. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. With decent enough special attack as well, it's certainly usable. Its HP is also becoming quite good as well, with its special defense being mediocre, but it's usable. And its speed is still dismally slow. Caracosta also has a fair share of weaknesses, being weak to 5 types, I think. However, Solid Rock does definitely cushion those hits much nicer. However, I would probably recommend Sturdy more, because Sturdy is much better when you combine that with its semi-signature move Shell Smash, which is a fantastic move for it, and can be gained as a Turtuga or a Caracosta. Level 40 as a Caracosta. But basically what it does is it will increase your attack, special attack and speed all by 2 stages at the cost of lowering your defences by 1 stage. If you combine that with Sturdy, you can get hit, doesn't matter whether you take that hit or not, because you will definitely take it, Shell Smash up and then sweep. It's a great Pokemon to sweep with. The only problem is that Caracosta is so slow to begin with that there are some Pokemon it really cannot outspeed even after a Shell Smash boost, so it really is a little mediocre in that sense when you compare it to other Pokemon such as Crustle, who is a much better Shell Smash user. Even though Crustle's still pretty slow, is much faster than Caracosta. However, when considering Caracosta, it's a good Pokemon. However, it is outclassed by other water types. In Black and White 1, it's certainly outclassed by Pokemon such as Simipour, who is genuinely a much better Pokemon. And in Black and White 2, it struggles against, it competes against Pokemon such as Walrein, as well as Starmie later on. So yeah, Caracosta is a good Pokemon. I would say that it's not the best water type, but it's certainly up there. I would give Caracosta about 3 stars. The other fossil Pokemon you can obtain in the Relic Castle in Black and White 1 is Arken. Archen is a rock flying type and has the ability Defeatist, which will cut its stats in half once its HP has reached below 50%, which is quite bad. But it's received as a plume fossil in the Relic Castle from the backpacker there in Black and White 1, which has to be revived in Nacrene City. And it's also received from a plume fossil which has to be revived in Nacrene City, and it's obtained from Lenora, which is obviously only in the aftergame. So if you want an Archen, you're going to have to wait till aftergame or trade. When looking at Archen stats, you can see that it has a phenomenal stat build with an incredibly high physical attack stat, boasting one of the highest for non-evolved Pokemon in the game. As well as that, it also has fairly respectable special attack, and also has pretty good speed as well. Its defences are really low though, and when you combine that with Defeatist, it really struggles. However, Archen is still unbelievably powerful, so it is likely to still knock things out. So Defeatist doesn't completely cripple it, because it will be able to take things out fairly easily. At level 37 it will evolve into Archaeops, and when it does so it will have a huge juice into some of its stats, most notably its special attack, becoming base 112, which is really high. It also has a huge physical attack stat, being base 140, which is one of the highest in the game, and is also lightning quick, being base 110. Still has those fairly rubbish defences. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that Archaeops is a bad Pokemon, because it is very good at mixed attacking, and it doesn't even need to go mixed. It has great coverage moves. On top of its rock type moves, it can also learn Earthquake, as well as Acrobatics, which is unbelievably powerful as a flying type stab. Archaeops is a fantastic Pokemon. It really is. The only other flying type it really has to compete with in Black and White 1 is Sigilif, who doesn't have that crippling ability, but it's also fairly it's not defensive as such, but it also has pretty good defenses, as well as being relatively powerful. But Archaeops is lightning quick, has huge attacking stats, and can attack from either end of the spectrum. So Archaeops is a fantastic Pokemon, and she'll be given stars as such. So I would give Archaeops around about 4.5 stars. Alright, so I found a Sigilif, didn't take too long. Don't really know what kind of damage I can do to this thing. Let's go for Wake Up Slap, it definitely won't take it out. Psy Wave. Got to be very careful of Psy Beam, which it will have at this level. Meh. Guess I should have really used a Quick Ball, shouldn't I? Alright, what do we have? What do we have? We have some Pokeballs, Quick Balls, Time Balls, Heal Balls. Let's go for a Pokeball, why not? Guess I should have gone for an Ultra Ball, since it's, you know, black and yellow. No dice. Oh, Whirlwind, that is not good. Let's go for another Wake Up Slap. Tailwind, whatever, you're already faster than me. Alright, well, let's just keep doing some damage to it. It looks like this one's got Magic Guard, which is good. I do want one with Magic Guard, because obviously Overcoat has no use compared to Magic Guard. Because everything that Overcoat does, Magic Guard does as well as extras. So, it's using Whirlwind again, not good. Is it good? Okay, let's try an Ultra Ball. Alright. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Sigilif. Okay. Oh yeah, I already have a Sigilif. I was doing trading again. I don't know why. Alright, so I'm going to call this thing a very typical Sigilif name. Just because I couldn't really think of anything else. And I feel it's going to be fine for it. Hieroglyph. Alright, so let's see what nature it has, because obviously that matters to me. Docile. That's fine. I could try finding a better ability for it. I think I'll probably do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Desert Resort. However, there is one other important note that I should have done this at the beginning of the episode, and I really wish I did, but I'm going to put it now just because I need to remember to put it in. Now, if you did a memory link, well, it doesn't really matter when you do it, but if you did a memory link, you can find some of N's Pokemon here. Now, you'll know that this is when you go hunting around, if you'll find an N Pokemon, because it will kind of open up the fight with kind of these yellow, green, pink kind of sparks, I guess, and it will say a wild whatever appeared, question mark, exclamation mark, and that will be one of N's Pokemon. Now, these are quite rare, and even if you knock it out, you can find it again. But these Pokemon have good IVs and a specific nature, and they are traded Pokemon technically, so you can't nickname them. But they are generally very good Pokemon. Like you can find, oh Jesus, Sigilif, Darumaka, not Scraggy, Sandile, and I think something else here. I think it's just those three actually. However, this may not seem like much of an important point, but it kind of is, because they're nice to catch. But, a massive but, if you did a memory link and you go through this place, be careful. If you want to know why, there is one of N's Pokemon which is dangerous. You can find a fully evolved level 35 Darmanitan here. Now, this thing is incredible. Not only is it good in general as a good Pokemon, but it will wreck your team. It is a wrecking ball. It has Flare Blitz, and I think it has Superpower as well, so be incredibly careful. Oh, no, I think it has Hammer Arm instead. But regardless, they're going to do a ton of damage, so be very careful when running through here, and you can't even use Repels, because it's a higher level Pokemon than you. Of course, if you're only using one Pokemon, or you're higher than level 35, then it will be a non-issue and you can choose Repels, but seriously be careful, because that thing will wreck you. Anyway, we are at the end of this episode, pretty much. On the next episode, we're going to be doing what we've been wanting to do for freaking ages, which is take on the Nimbasa Gym, finally. So yeah, on the next episode, we will be taking on the Nimbasa Gym and its leader. Until then, I'll see you next time, guys.